Good morning. It's Friday morning, December the 30th, 2016. It's about 38 degrees outside this morning and it ain't much warmer than that inside. I got my little electric heater on. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA. It is 8:10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm in my RV, a full-time RV, done it for 20 plus years. Also go camping in a car, my Toyota Prius. So if you're interested in either one of those items, check out my playlists on my home page. Just go to my home page, click on playlists, and pick the ones you want to watch. Anyway, having said that, let's see, we got the date is Friday the 30th, 2016. It's 8:11 a.m. Central Standard Time, 38 top down degrees or top up degrees because that's cold for me. Anyway, and what I do rather than run the heat, right now it's probably 64 in here. It's not too bad. It's okay. But anyway, I did a video yesterday on, death and wills and stuff. And I got a lot of comments. I mean, a lot of comments. And really, it is an interesting topic. It's certainly pertinent to people over the age of 60. I mean, or think there's, it's something that should be discussed, and particularly with family members so that everybody's on the right page. And I got some comments here. I'll just go over a couple that add some helpful information. And that's what this is. This will be like a sequel to that other video about death, wills, and final plans, so to speak. But anyway, this guy says his stepdad passed away about a month ago, and he did a very large part of his planning, and we still have a great deal of work ahead of us. He was 71 also. Not good. My mom had a major stroke 18 months ago, been in a nursing home ever since. It says, do your family a huge favor and take care of as much as possible so they don't have to do it. By all means, have your medical wishes stated, what amount of effort you want them to make to keep you alive. I'll get to that in a minute. It says, if you have a major stroke, you more than likely won't have any mental state of mind to tell them your wishes. In other words, you'll be comatose. Think about what quality of life you wish to live through. Are you comfortable with the thought of having the mind of a 1-year-old and being paralyzed and living in a nursing home? No, I ain't. And I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. Are you comfortable with that? Also, after so many days, your insurance will no longer cover your stay there, and your family will have to pay the whole bill out of pocket till you are poor. Then you can apply for Medicare, and with the stipulation that they get you home, that they get your home and car when you pass on, leaving your family with no inheritance that you saved all your life for. It says, give your family your wealth while you are able to enjoy it. Now that's a very good point. And anyway, and then right below that, another fellow just made a very short comment, which turned out to be very important because I hadn't thought much about this one. It says, don't forget to have a health care directive as well. Well, that doesn't sound like much, does it? Well, let me tell you what I found. I went to Google and I keyed in, just typed in health care directive. Well, there's a whole lot to that, folks. In other words, they can put you on life support in these hospitals and let you sit there for months, okay? And a lot of other things that are very expensive and just drain your wealth right into the bank of the hospital. Okay, but you go to. Let me give you a tip here. Go to www.caring caringinfo caringinfo.org. They also have an 800 number. Looks like it's 800-658-8898. But again, it's caringinfo.org. And what you can do there is click on your state and print out, see all this paper? You can print out the healthcare directive for your state. Mine says healthcare, it says Texas, and it's got the all the info you need to complete your healthcare decisions in the event that you're comatose and unable to communicate. You know, it's going to be a pain in the ass. I'll be frank with you. You know, you got to have things notarized and people to sign things and stuff. But I'm looking at it now. Not too difficult. I'm hoping that I can use some of the people at the bank. But one of the things that asks you on the healthcare directive in a couple of places, it says, uh, it's okay. It says, I may recognize that the best health care is based upon a partnership of trust and communication with my physician. My physician and I will make healthcare decisions together as long as I am of sound mind and able to make my wishes known. If there comes a time that I am unable to make my medical decisions about myself because of illness or injury, I direct the following treatment preferences be honored. If, in the judgment of my physician, I am suffering with a terminal condition from which I am expected to die within 6 months, even with available life-sustaining treatment provided in accordance with prevailing standards of medical care, and then you can check a box. There's like 4 or 5 choices, and mine would be, I request that all treatments other than those needed to keep me comfortable be discontinued or withheld, and my physician allow me to die as gently as possible. And then there's some other options. But anyway, those are the things that you don't think of, folks. I didn't think of this one, and I don't have it in my will, but it'll be there pretty soon. That's called a healthcare directive, and you can go to caring dot. Oh, excuse me. Let me get this right. It's one word thing. caringinfo.org, and just click on click on your state and get that done. Particularly if you're in your 70s and on and on and on. Anyway, I got a lot of criticism too about my non-belief in gods and Buddhas and trees and sharks and stuff. Get used to it, folks. I'm not religious and I ain't gonna be. So all you Bible carriers and stuff, take me for what I am. I'll take you for what you are, and let's let that go, okay? Enough said about that. Anyway, there's more comments about. A lot of people asked me to put my name on their name on my Prius so they'd get it after I died, which I thought was very generous. And here's the question I wanted to get to. It says, I have a question, maybe a stupid one, but it wasn't a stupid one at all. It's a very damn good question. It says, but I really need to know the answer. If I woke up and found my husband dead in the morning, who do I call? The police, an ambulance, the funeral home, or all three? Well, luckily, since I don't know the answer to that, 2 other people did. And one of them responded and says, call 911. They will dispatch the police and an ambulance. Once they determine that he's dead, they will call the coroner, who will officially declare him dead. The ambulance will transport the body to the local morgue if there is one, otherwise to the hospital. Then you can go to the funeral home of your choice, and after the financial arrangements are made, always money, they will send a hearse to pick up the body at the hospital or morgue and take it to the funeral home for preparation. And of course, if you're going to do a cremation, you want to do, in my opinion, what's called a direct cremation. That gets it done real quickly because they charge you about $200 a day to keep the body in a refrigerated room. I know this is cold-blooded, but that's life. It says in some jurisdictions, unless you saw him die from natural causes, an inquest or autopsy may be required before the body will be released to the funeral home. And that's good information, and that's true pretty much in every state. And anyway, here's one. It says, my first-hand experience. Call 911 in case he could be revived. When he couldn't be revived, the EMTs, the emergency medical technicians, then called the police. The police made sure it was a natural death by looking at medications and calling his doctor. When the police and the doctor conclude it's a natural death, then no need for an autopsy and the coroner is not involved. You then call the funeral home and they will pick the body up from your house. I like that better. The police will stay with you until the body is removed. So my suggestion is call 911 and let the emergency technicians declare him dead or whatever, and or it dead, and then the funeral home will tell you what to do after that. Okay, that's good. So what have we learned here this morning? Number one, get you a health care directive and fill it out and put it with your will. Okay, that's in case you have a stroke and you cannot speak and you are basically just brain dead and it's time to go. Okay, you know, my point is, if you can't communicate and function as a human being, why be here? Okay, face it. Anyway, so those are some good, you know, call for. So the suggestion right now is, if you wake up and your spouse is dead, call 911. Let them come out, and then of course, if this person has been under medical care, then the the medical technicians will call the police, and the police will, you know, check with the doctor, and then that way you skip the hospital part. You damn sure don't want the body going back to the hospital and starting that crap all over again. So anyway, that is just really good input, people. So having said all that, that's enough on death, wills, and final plans, I think, other than get it done. Now, you know what I mean? It's the end of the year. It's time to get all this stuff done. I'm going to try. I mean, you know, the thing it requires, you know, you can't, you know, there are some limitations on who you can name as your agent. You know, it can be your children or whoever, but it's going to have to be somebody that will damn sure do what you ask them to do, and not some weak link that'll go, oh, I don't know, the doctor says, you know, you know, there's a slim chance if we keep him in here 2 more years, you know, until we get everything you've got. But anyway, you can designate a first alternate agent and a second alternate agent and all that kind of stuff. You know, I printed this out, and in Texas it's like 22 pages, but I don't think but about 4 of them are necessary. But I haven't looked through it all yet. But again, go to caringinfo.org and print out your healthcare directive or for your state. Okay? Maybe you can see that right there. But that's for Texas. And they have every state. So that about wraps up this videos, guys. And we're getting towards the end of the year. We've only got another day, and then we start another one, 2017. Whoopee, whoopee, whoopee. You know, they always kept, you know, I remember in the year 2000, boy, by the year 2020, we'll be riding in space cars and stuff. We ain't. They thought self-driving cars are here. They're just not perfected yet. Electric cars are here. They're getting better. And so there's been some changes. And of course, smartphones are unbelievable. So there's been a lot of stuff. And we're going to talk about that in a video. I'll do that the last day of the year, I guess. You know, what changes we've noticed this year. But anyway, having said that, guys, thumbs up. Carpe diem. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy USA made when you can. Drink plenty of water. Take deep breaths. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Stretch. Walk for exercise. Do something. Keep your health. And that way you'll be around to watch some more of these corny videos. You know. And anyway, enough said, guys. Bye-bye.